Hello! Hello everyone, and welcome back. I am back with more hackmud today. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. We left off in a pretty rough spot. Left off getting screwed up by some tier 3 locks. Shuffler and USAC, Snow USAC. I haven't had really any time to look at Shuffler, though I have been thinking about it. I haven't really come up with anything, so I think for the stream today we're going to pivot to checking out the tier 3 corporations and seeing if we can get started on how to get locations, because the locks are all fine and good, but if you don't have a way to get an NPC location, you have nothing to do with that tier 3 lock. So we are going to start by taking a look there. So we're going to switch over to Zyger, my very bad play on the word Voyager. Let's see where we left off here. Right, I dumped all the upgrades and I think all the GC on this user, almost. 12k isn't anything though, so we'll get rid of that. So we got nothing. We got no upgrades. Yeah, we already checked it. No upgrades, no GC. So we're gonna see what a tier 3 corporation looks like. So we might as well just do show.npcs, right? Because we're using that for all of our other corporation stuff. So that would leave us with these low sec scripts, I believe. So we have snow.employees. So it seems like it goes from the public web page to like private members only page. So this would be like VIP customers maybe, to employee or internal pages. That's interesting. So we might as well look at archaic.priv. It's good, just as good as any. So let's see what it looks like without args. Username and a 4-digit PIN. Okay. So what does it look like with args? Pretty much the same thing. So you know what? Before we make any assumptions, why don't we just go and look at a few of them to see what kind of variants we get. So that's username and PIN as well. That's username and PIN. Are they all just, they're all usernames and PINs. Interesting. Username and PIN. Okay. Appear to be all they're all usernames and pins. So now the question is, where do these come from? Are these the same usernames that we saw in our tier 2 NPC stuff, which would be, where are those? That would be our tier 2 scraper. So like Robert Marley, for example. Well, might as well go back to archaic here. Username Robert Marley. Employee Robert Marley does not exist. Okay. So at least we have a way to check if these are correct. So it might be a matter of trying all of these until we get one that works. Or potentially none of these are the username. That's also a possibility, in which case we are going to have to go and look at the public page and see if we can find some employee names. Okay. No. So the answer to that is no. So please provide PIN as text. So it's a 4-digit PIN. this kind of feels like a brute force needs to be done. So that's a lot. That is a lot of possibilities, though, right? There's 10,000 possibilities. I can't imagine how long it would take to make 10,000 brute force attempts on this location. Trying to think if there's another way to do this. How else would you get the pin? Hey Flux, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Trying to figure out if I have to make 10,000 calls, consecutive calls on these corporations or not, or if there's another way to find the pins. Doesn't seem to be. This is a fun part. So, not pin. So I'm assuming it says incorrect pin. And I just have to make 10,000 attempts. There's got to be a better way than that. Tell me there's a better way than that. I can't believe I have to do that. That's crazy. I sent some upgrades back. I think I'm going to need at least the character count. Because I'm probably going to have to write a script here to do some experimentation. Oops, that's right, load 0. Brute force is normal, it's not too bad. Okay. Alright, well, brute force it is, which means that we got to write a script to do that. So, we will go over here, and we will call this, I mean, we might as well call it, tier 3 scrape, right? t3scrape.js. Following the same convention here. I don't have to worry about any of this right now. I'll probably just take log. Okay, export default function, context A for args. I'm gonna have a let logs equal this, and then a log function. Have I used auto? That'll help a lot here. I have used auto, yes. I've used auto before. Typically, I've used it to test my cracking against like beta locksim. So I imagine I'll just do the same thing here to just keep scrolling. So I suppose I mean, I need some kind of continuation token for auto, don't I? Like, I'll have to save it in a database, my current attempt. Otherwise, I don't know how I would get the current number that I was on for successive runs. Because it's pretty much just going to be r equals, well, I guess I need a t, right? a.t.call. I have to find the username first. That's how you do it? Yeah. Okay. That's how I do. That's how I have my cracking script working with my continuation token. So it's pretty much just a continuation token, but just like with one thing. Though I guess I do need to know the username as well. I'm gonna copy this usernames array. Let's see. So we have to brute force the usernames first, right? That's what I had to do up here. We do it until it says, please provide pin as text. Okay, so the first phase is finding the username. So for forever, actually I guess that's not true, because I don't want to do more than I have usernames. Whoops. The usernames can be found. Yeah, but I don't want to have to go and look them up when I can just brute force them, because I already have a bunch of them. I know they can be found, unless you, like Flux, are you talking about finding them from the message board section of the public page? Because that's where I got all of these from. I have quite a few of them. Quite a few. So I'd probably start by, that's one way to find them. Okay, so there's another way to find them. There's another way to find them. Something like this. That can't be all C. Okay. Well, we'll just continue down this path for now. So we're going to have a G that we're going to use. And we're going to have a function. What's going on here? This is extra space. I'm going to have a function E, which is typically what I call my caller function. That'll be a.t.call G. So g.username, right? Yeah. g.username equals usernames at I. If then we'll do E. If R, guess we'll do please. I think it's just the word please, right? If please, I suppose I should do the, I suppose I should decorrupt this, right? Because this could potentially be corrupted. So I'll also copy in my decorruption script. Decorrupt calls S with A. I think I did this, right? Decorrupt a.t.call with G. Yeah, because it does S at A 4 times or whatever. That has some room for improvement, my decorruption. Like, I could do a minimal required decorruption, but for now it just calls it fixed 4 times. So this way now, E will be 99% decorrupted. So if please provide dot test R, I guess I please provide, or provide pin, then I can just break, I suppose. Okay. To do what happens if I'm out of usernames. Figure that out later. Alright, that should give me my username. So I should just be able to like return username, g.username. Okay. So this is T3 scrape, so we're gonna up T3 scrape. I don't have script slots available. I already have a script. Oh, my shuffler. I don't need that right now. Taking a break from shuffler. Okay, so now I should be able to do T3 scrape, where T is this. And this should give me Corgi Truthsayer. Response is not defined. Yeah, you just do R there. Joestar would get mad at me. There. Reference. Lib is not defined. Ah. Need to import the lib. Lib is dot scripts dot lib. Decolor is not defined. Oh, I need this as well apparently. Take the color codes out. Utils is not defined. Xylib.utils. Corgi Truthsayer. That took a while. Actually, that was surprisingly slow. Let me just what I should do is I should return G and date.now minus st. What do I want to do here? This milliseconds, just so I have a better idea. I suppose I could just do it like this. G.username, and then in square brackets the time it took. And don't make it an object, just a string. Not terrible. I wonder if I need to decrypt or not. It might be better not to. That's probably slowing me down significantly. How did that slow me down? What? Yeah, that's confusing. It was very inconsistent run times there. And that's without my decorruption. Having some lag of some kind, maybe? Okay, yeah, that might just be lag. Okay, so that gets me the username pretty consistently. Then I have to start on pins, I guess. So we are going to do another for loop. Yeah, let's write the loop first. let pin equal 0. Pin is less than or equal to 9999. Pin plus plus. Then we are going to do what are we going to do here? We're going to do g dot pin equals, and then as a string, we're going to do pin dot pad left. What's the, I have to look up the syntax, JavaScript syntax for this. Pad left, pad stir, pad start, pad start. Pad start. Length, fill string. Flux, there's a significant amount of variance in how long the calls take on this script. Sometimes you might be able to take 150 pins per run, and sometimes it might time out after less than 50. Interesting. I suppose that was done on purpose to make this part harder. Or maybe there's a better way to find pins other than brute forcing. So we're going to do if, so we're going to change the pin. We're going to call E. We are going to break. We don't know what it says, but we know what it says when you don't get it. Right? Wow, I'll have to just do it again. Where is it? When you don't get it right, it says incorrect pin. So we definitely, okay, we're decorrupting, that's fine. So we go if incorrect pin is not located, then we'll break. And then g.pin will be the correct pin. Now we need to do continuation token. So in here we have to do, again, we have a can continue function. I think we wrote our own can continue function because the lib one is apparently slow. Learned that recently. You suspect it's more to do with the number of people simultaneously making hundreds of calls to the same script. That's also possible, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they box the like the script context, right? Like each user must have their own execution context, but I don't know anything about their backend, so it makes sense though if everyone's hammering them like that. Because the only way you would brute force the other stuff is with locations, but typically there's just one person working over a location at a time, right? On a lock stack. So, who knows? Yeah. Anyway, we have to do this anyway. We're not going to be able to make 10,000 calls regardless. Got to do it anyway. So, can continue. We're going to do can continue here. If can continue, we're going to say 500. So if we can't continue, then we're going to do a continuation token. And then up here we're going to load continuation token. And that's not too bad because we already have the code to do that over here. We have save continuation token. So we're just going to save that and modify it for our purposes. I don't care about that. The continuation token is pretty much just going to be G. at this time. And yeah, just G. Alright, thanks. Thank you, dying NPC. This continuation token is going to be G. We're going to make a continuation token for the script, because we're going to be scraping the same script. We don't have to delete anything out of it. We're not going to log anything here. We're going to say timeout, timeout scraping. This continuation token saved. And the loading of the continuation token is also, it's up here, I think. Check for continuation token. If no continuation token arg is false, we'll want to also have that option. I have to have a CT up here. And then we have if CT is not equal to null, just down to here. Or we can, yeah, we can take the log as well. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know if I want the log, honestly. Yeah, hold on. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm going to close tier 2 scrape because it's just confusing me now. So here we do this. We only need G right now. Don't need any of this stuff. We're going to log that we're continuing. And here we're going to say if g.username. If not g.username, then we'll do this loop. So that won't do it. This allows us to, yeah, because I mean, like, save continuation token and then return logs. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put it here also. That gives us the opportunity to continue, just in case we don't get a username. Oh, that's not going to be right, though. I need a user found, I guess. User found bool that I will use instead. So if we find it, we will do user found equals true, and then we will do break. Okay? And then if we can't continue for 500 milliseconds or whatever, we will save the continuation token and return logs. This will be if user found, if not user found. Alright, user found is going to equal false here. Continuation token user found will equal ct.userFound, and we will also save it. G is G and user found is user found. Okay. If the user hasn't been found, we'll do this. I suppose we can do the same thing with the pin. Have a pin found. Pin found. I suppose I could just do user pin. No. Don't make this. Pin found equals false. If, so here we can do if user found. So if we get to this point with no user found, then return log. failed to find a username, valid username, and then return logs. Okay. If not pin found, then we'll do this loop. Again, if we don't get the incorrect pin message, we're going to assume the pin has been found. We are going to break. Otherwise, we're going to do that. Suppose I should just do some logging here. Log username found, and then we can do g.username, I guess. Do the same thing down here for pin found. Pin found g.pin. Or pin, I guess. No, I want g.pin because that's a stringified pin. And then we will have a pin, I hope. I don't know what we're going to return here. I suppose we can do pin found this, and then we can log response because I'm not sure what that'll actually be. And then down here we can return logs, and that should return pin found followed by the response that we get back from the script. That should do it. I think the only thing that I want to change here is I just lost my train of thought. What was I trying to there's something I wanted to... Shit. Why did I just lose my train of thought on that? What was I looking at? Something to do with logs and my return values. Milliseconds. I want to know how many milliseconds this takes. No, I don't. It's not really relevant. Could take a long time. It's irrelevant. It's gonna run until it finds it. Zayajur dot, so that it can be autoed. Whoops, t at n is not a function. One of these functions is not a function. It's not log. It's not can continue, and the other stuff already worked because I found the username. So it must be one of my database calls. One of the things I added for database stuff. Save continuation token maybe didn't work. Database upsert. Log this. Logging the stringified continuation token. Okay, so another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this all in a big try-catch. So I get better error response. That's just a good habit to have. So I'll wrap main. In this, format that. Logs.push the error and then return logs. TC is not a function at line 23. That's the minified one though, I think. Okay, well, that's annoying. There's a parameter to no minify this, I think. Ha! Gah! Damn it. What can you do? I think one of my other users has some spare char counts, though. I think, unless I trashed them already. This one has one. How many? 1,200. Wow. Oh, it's a V2, that's why. That's fine. Send Zyger 11. I'll have to remember not to leave that on there because I don't want that getting U-sacked. That would be upsetting. Okay, we'll load one now. Should have more than enough space. Okay, and then I'll run it and it'll tell me exactly what the problem is. Username found. Pin.padStart is not a function. PadStart is not a function. Because it needs to be a string? Is that why? Yeah, that's why. So I have to do .toString on it. What's shorter? This? That's shorter than .toString. This is shorter than .toString. So we'll do that instead. Whoops. Alt-tabbing too many things. Okay, made it to 55. That's not very good. What's happening there? Oh. Wow, that first one only made it to 38? Wow, what's going on? I'm still alive, right? Wow. What the hell happened there? That took a really long time. That went way, way longer than any... Yeah, there's Flux. There's got to be something going on in the back end on these scripts, because that was like 15 seconds of runtime there. That was bad. So pin actually needs to be nothing. And I have to start with G should have a pin that's 0. We'll start with a G pin of 0. And we can just do G.pin and G.pin++. And we can just do... Nope, that won't work. That won't work. I actually need a numerical pin. Because I can't increment a string. So I'm going to have pin equals 0. So I don't get that undefined nonsense. Current pin. Pin attempt, I suppose I could call it. Likely encounter some errors I've never seen while working on these. Alright. Sounds fun. I'm looking forward to it. New weird errors. That's yeah, I mean tier 3 seems like quite a jump in difficulty, honestly, from tier 2. So I'm hoping that I am smart enough. I hope I'm smart enough. I also didn't do pin found in here either. And pin attempt. Pin attempt. Okay. So there were a couple things I did wrong there. Okay, this will be pin attempt, this will be pin attempt, this will be pin attempt. And I have to set those when I load as well. Pin found will equal ct.pin found, and pin attempt will equal ct.pin attempt. Okay. That should get me some better results. Nope. Yeah, I have to do no continuation token true. Wow. What the fuck? Wow. That only got 46 pin attempts. That went away for quite some time. That happens a lot? Jesus. That took a really, really long time, man. That took a really long time. Wow. What's that guy's name?
Oh wow, hey, it's one of your little drawings. There he goes, pole vaults over the thing, here he goes, and there he is. Oh wow, 7 projects. Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Alright, and now I'm just gonna sit here. Wow. Wow. Well, that was faster. It's just tearing along now. It's getting up there. I should have thrown an exception when I found it, because it's going to log the answer and then it's going to do another attempt. That's fine though. I just want to see what it actually comes out with when you get the right pin. God, this takes forever. Jesus. We have to go up to 10,000. We're at 565. Holy shit, man. The script runtimes are not helping. This should not be taking this long. Where is it? Oh, this is painful. Oh my God, this is so painful. Okay. So, what do I do? Bust out some solitaire here? We gonna play some solitaire? I should play I could play a round of Monster Hunter or something while we're waiting for this. This is rough. I haven't even hit 1,000 yet. Holy shit. Oh, fuck, man, this is so painful. This is really painful to watch. There's a counterintuitive way to make the process a bit smoother. If it's a JavaScript thing that I could be doing differently, please tell me. That is not a spoiler. I am always interested in learning more JavaScript. If it's a hackmudism, then I probably have to figure it out on my own. Like if there's another pin or something, like a way of finding pins. Oh, man. We haven't even hit 1,000 yet. That's brutal. There's 1,000 finally. Man, maybe I should have been keeping a log of the runtime. So at least we could man. At least we could see how unbelievably long it takes to scrape this stuff. Unbelievable. Is that what you're talking about, Flux? I had never seen that one before. The script run caused a garbage collection timeout. Give can continue a larger buffer. Like 1 second. Whoops. Holy crap. That garbage collection thing, that's not me, right? That's just the nature of the Tier 3 Corp? Or was I doing something wrong there, Flux? You don't fully understand the garbage collection, but you believe that's what causes a script to run for so long. You exit the script at 3,000. Alright, well. Okay. Yeah, so let me do that too. So for that would be can continue 2,000 for me. That will end at 3,000 milliseconds. So we'll up that again. Wow, that was delayed. This is wow, the game's choking on this, huh? Holy crap. Oh, it only got 30. Ew. That did less than 20. Flux, tell me there's a better way to do this. There's got to be a better way to find this pin. Like I feel like I'm testing 1 pin per second right now. This is going to take me 10,000 seconds. Presuming the pin is 9999, it would take me 10,000 seconds to do this. That's not excluding the timeouts. To your knowledge, this is the only way? Ah. Like, if it kept this speed, that would be okay. It's still taking a long time, though. So it's going okay. Now, 50 per. No, no, you were doing good, and you choked again. Oh, God. Yours is usually able to do 50 per run. Yeah, it seems like mine does 50 per run. About. I mean, we have essentially written the same code, right? You give yours 3,000 milliseconds to brute force the pin, incrementing from 0, I imagine. So we're probably doing the exact same thing. So it takes us about the same amount of time. Makes sense. But like, one of these ones, it did 50 pins. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm calling it 4 times each because I'm decorrupting it. I'm doing 4 calls each attempt because I need to decorrupt the response. You know what I have to do? I have to make my decorruption smarter. This is painful. Yeah, exactly. Flux, you and I, simpatico, think the exact same thing. So my decorruption, I think what it needs to do is it needs to only attempt a decorruption if it doesn't find the text that it's looking for. Think about this for a second. I know where my text is going to be located in the response. So I could give it a slice index, and I can say, if you find corruption in this section of the string, try again until you don't. Then just give me the whole response, because the part that I want is located in this section. I think that might be a better bet, so that way I only call it multiple times to clear that one section and not the whole thing. Alright, so let's take our decrupt that works as is, and we're going to do a decrupt 2, or a limited decrupt. It's going to take SA and then start, index, end index. This function calls a given. I'm just going to take this. With S. Given script S with args A until the section of the response, until the slice of the response string of start index end index does not contain a corruption character. Because my decorrupt in my utilities library was mostly written to decorrupt the QR codes, right? Where the whole thing needs to be decorrupted. So it makes more sense to be absolutely sure that none of them have corruption characters. But for this, I don't care if the welcome message or whatever has a corruption character. I just care about the one word. I'm just looking for the word pin, basically. So what I can do here, I can basically take this out, take this out, It is stir response. Why am I doing this? I gotta think about why I did this. So, this should just be an infinite loop now. Call it as many times as I need to call it. The first response. So if it's a string, because I suppose it could be an array of strings, some responses are arrays of strings and not strings. You know what? Let's just assume that it's not for now, and we'll write a handling logic for that later. So if response, I suppose I don't need dtext either. If response, what did I do? I have an IC up around here somewhere. It's lib.corruption_cars, I think. Where did I put it? Here it is. One thing I learned though is that, yeah, I gotta do it like this. Let cc equal lib.corruption_car. I think. Where is it? Tier 2 scrape? Yeah, okay. Alright, so if the string returns corruption cars, it'll return 1, otherwise it'll return 0. So let's close that for loop. If slice, so sorry, that's not right. Response.slice, we start at start index and we go until end index, I guess. If response.slice, if IC response.slice that, if not IC, break. That should do it. It'll run this loop until, I don't need this at all actually, I can just say 4. So it'll run that loop. When it's done, response will contain the right answer. So I can do limited decorrupt. A.T.call G start index end index. Oh, I got this lamp to give me some softbox lighting. It's not soft enough. It's giving me a headache. I have to put another sheet of cloth in front of it. Alright. Do. Okay. So wherever I'm calling E. So my first E with the username So let's go back and see what the username looks like when it's not correct. Employee does not exist. So I'm looking for does not exist, which is I want to use my continuation token, so I don't want to fuck this up. I think I just want to like, let me just try writing something short circuit in here. If I just call g.username equals username at 0, because we know that's false, and I just do e a.t.call g, and then return, actually just return this. That should do the same thing, essentially. Username is not defined. Username's okay, it does appear to be a string. So I should say I want the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So can I do slice? Can I slice with a negative index? Does that work? Negative number selects from the end of the string. So I should be able to do slice minus 10. Whoops. Yeah, okay. What happens if I do minus 10, 0? What if I do minus 10? See, the problem is I have it accept 2 parameters. Shit. Can I just do null? Fuck. What do I put there? Damn it. I have to have like 2 things here. If end index is null, I have to do one way. Otherwise, I do it the other way. Let part, and then if end index, if not end index, part is going to equal response.slice start index, else part is going to equal that. I think that should do it. So now I should be able to just call E and return response. Nope. What did I do wrong there? Negative, otherwise you have to worry about color codes changing the index of the word you're looking for. That's true too, but you still have to worry about the tildes, right? So what you can do is you can decolor the whole thing with this regular expression. That'll decolor the whole string. It'll strip all the color codes out. Then you can do a find index on it if you want. a string replace of all the tildes and any single character or digit following a tilde as well. Or backtick, sorry. So, yeah, because I'm not decoloring right now, but I don't care about the color codes. I would if these had color codes on the end of them. Anyway, I want E at -10. Nope. What did I do wrong here? Start index, end index, limited decorrupt.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Jorstar, thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Welcome in. How you doing? Trying to figure out how to scrape tier 3 NPCs right now, and it is very, very slow. Just trying to get into the employee login. You have to brute force the pin, I think. So right now my decorruption is making far too many calls, so I'm just trying to optimize it a bit. You're kind of tired? I'm kind of tired too. It's funny, I have this week off of work, and I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been keeping myself really busy. I think I'm just doing too much. I need to I think tomorrow and the weekend I need to make sure I relax. I have this problem anytime I take time off of work that I go, okay, great, now I can get all this stuff done around the house. And I just tire myself out, and I end my time off feeling too tired. Make it so I can target a specific line. Yeah, so I'm actually making it so I target a specific slice by indexes. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So if I don't have end index defined, it should slice with the start index. So if I just do -10, it should be doing this. Not index. So part should be equal to response slice start index, which should be -10 coming in here. And then if that slice doesn't contain a corruption character, it should break this infinite for loop. You walked on a fair for 4 hours? Oof. That sounds like a long day. Just are you in Canada or US? You do Canada Day or July 4th, Independence Day, US? So we had our country's anniversary date or whatever was on the 1st. So it's kind of the same thing, lots of fireworks. Happy Independence Day, by the way. Flux, you usually split by new line and just check the line you know it should be on. I think it's actually just one string. But yeah, I could I don't necessarily want the whole line though. I just want this, right? I just want not exist. So I think we'll just play it by ear. Yeah, this we're just right now I'm just writing this decorruption just for this thing, so because I'm using it in other places and I know it's not as efficient, but it is not causing such huge problems. It's a string with n chars. Yeah, not all the tier 1, at least when I was looking at tier 1 corps, not all of them are like that. Some of the tier 1 corps actually return their responses as an array of strings instead of a string with new line characters in it. So it doesn't, it's not a universal solution. I don't know if tier 2 or tier 3 work that way either. The only thing I have been decorrupting so far though has been QR codes. And those are also arrays of strings. Okay, alright. Back on track. So why isn't this... I should be able to do E at -10 and then get response string, but it's not working for some reason. So I think I'll have to do some logging here. So I'm gonna log response, and I'm gonna log part when I get out of here. And then I will return logs instead. Sorry. So that is working correctly. So oh, it's because what I should be doing is returning response. Actually, I shouldn't be returning response. I should just do limited decorrupt, I guess, because I am changing response. That's not very object-oriented of me. Though I guess I'm not programming an object-oriented language, so Raspberry noise. This should work. I think that was the problem. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Jorstar, all you heard was tier 1 works different from any other tier. And you think you found a binmat NPC yesterday. Ooh. You got infected. Flux, you handle that discrepancy by doing array.concat on every output so it normalizes it to an array. That's a good idea. Honestly, I haven't looked at my tier 1 scraping. I prettied it up with Flux UI. With demo boxes Flux UI. And I haven't touched it since then because it just works. If you win binmat from the NPC, you unlock it. Yeah, I think that's the problem is there's like an ante that the defender has to pay, and if the defender and attacker have to pay, and if either of them can't afford it, you automatically lose, and none of the tier 1 or tier 2 NPCs have enough to ante, so they always lose when they have it, I think. Did you get it from a tier 2 or a tier 3 NPC, Jorstar? Binmat infects your system whether you win or lose. Okay, well, I've definitely seen binmat stuff on NPCs, so potentially I am also infected then, because I've definitely seen it pop up. Oh, my friggin' neck. Alright, okay, so this should be easy. So now I should be able to take this stuff out. I want E to be, so I have to find the slice of what username worked. This one. So what does this say when there's please provide pin? What did I want here? Provide pin 0, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could do 12 and look for pin as text. Or pin, I guess. No, pin as text is safer. And this will be -12. Have I seen the binmat shell? I have not seen the binmat shell, Flux. I've only ever seen it saying, it says binmat or something unlocked, like when I breach an NPC. Oh, Jorstar, you found an NPC where you can actually play binmat. Ah, okay, yeah. No, I haven't seen that then. What tier was that? Did you say what tier that was? Was it tier 1? Jorstar, that you found a tier 1 NPC with binmat active? Wow. That's interesting. Oh, it's one you found through lore. Ah. Part of an old event. Ah. Flux, do you know if that infected Jorstar then? Or is that a special event? Only one. Okay, so then incorrect pin shows up. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So minus 14 here. Also, I should be decoloring them all though. So what I should be doing is I should be decoloring s.a. No. Let response equal decolor s.a, because I don't actually want to alter my response. Fuck. Let response equal this. Log response. Let decolored equal decolor response. Part is going to be decolored.slice. I don't need to log these anymore. Let part and decolored. That should be better. Then coloring shouldn't affect my stuff either. Flux W. What does that mean? Are you giving Flux a W? If it's the NPC he's thinking of. Ah. Yeah, I have to look at more events. I think Flux, I think you sent me the event.stimulus on last stream. Was that you? I have to look at that too. And I'm probably gonna go look at that soon because I'm gonna have to go start looking through that's the one? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to start looking through that stuff for some data check v3 answers, I think, anyway. Okay, so minus 14 should give me incorrect pin. If it doesn't include the incorrect pin. Okay, so this should be a bit faster, presuming this all works. We changed a lot of stuff there, though. Okay, we got an ad break coming up soon. 2 minutes. Okay, let's give this an up T3 scrape. This should just continue with significantly fewer calls. 2605 seems to be working. So now on auto, this should get a little bit further than like 20 to 50, I hope. There. That was 89. That was 100 and something. Okay, so it's jumping by much higher now. All right, this is better. This is better. Yeah, that decorruption needed a change for sure. And now it's back to just being slow because hackmud slowness. Joestar, you're wondering why there's so much variance in script runtime, especially when importing the scripts lib. You're still 35-ish milliseconds at most, but it's still way higher than not importing it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what's in there. I don't know anything about the back end, how those imports work. Must have something to do with the hackmud. Compile. They do a bunch of safety checks, right? Because they do sandbox checks for things. So there might just be like, in any public script, there might be a higher baseline because of the sandbox stuff. Okay, we got an ad coming up, so I'm gonna step away for a couple minutes and use the bathroom and stuff, and then I'll be right back. All right. Okay, and probably actually I'm going to stop this because it's not going to break. Okay, anyway, I'll be right back. All right. Welcome back. Thanks for waiting. George, are you going back to your work on your chat API lib? Oh yeah, you're gonna make a NuGet package for that, right? If that gets finished before I start, I'll absolutely look at using that. Save me a bunch of time. Okay, we'll let this keep autoing because this does seem to be running significantly faster. It took us forever to get through the first like 1,000, and now it's I think we've done 2,000 just since that refactor, so that was absolutely worth the time investment. Possibly you're just slow. That's alright. It's a hobby, right? This isn't none of us are getting paid for hackmud. We are paying. I am losing money on hackmud right now. I'm having fun though. I also haven't dropped like $1,000 like Matrix or however much money 200 user slots would cost. 200 plus user slots. Man, it's a lot. For some reason, MUDs always take up so much money from me. I don't know why that was. The last MUD I played had a bunch of paid stuff. Like paid character features and like different like species that you could play as and stuff that were paid options, and I would just dump money into that game. Hey Raven, what's up? How you doing? We are working on tier 3 scraping, trying to get access to a tier 3 corporation here. Happy 4th. I'm in Canada, so it was Canada Day on the 1st, but yes. Happy Independence Day, Raven. Hey, Maestro, welcome in. How you doing? Good to see ya. Flux, one more thing you might suggest is setting a hard limit for the number of pins it can test. It seems to reduce the likelihood of getting hung up. It actually seems to be doing a lot better just now that it's not doing so many decorruption calls. Hey, there it goes. Look at that. There, perfect. Perfect. That's great. Happy belated Canada Day. Thank you very much, Raven. You give your pin brooder a limit of 150. I honestly don't think I was even hitting 150, so I think we're okay for now. So it found a pin, 7028, and then it says some stuff here. Look, the corruption code actually revealed the color code there. That's funny. The corruption character. Jorstar, you forgot, if you create an event, how do you raise it and include the chats that I want to return through it when people subscribe to it? How do you raise an event? What kind of event? So typically an event is a delegate, right? So you would add a function that like a handler. You would add it to whatever event emitter that you're trying to. Maybe I should just bring it up. I'm not explaining it very well. So my main thread has log handler here, I think. Well, if you just look at like these ones, right? These menu clicks, right? So this is something that takes an object centered event args e, and if you go and look at where this is being used, that's not what I wanted to do. Find all references. So the click is it wants an event handler, and you plus or equals something that matches the event handler delegate parameters. Oh, you can't see the tooltip, but click is an event handler. So click wants an event handler, and then this is the event handler ends up being a void that takes an object in event args. From a timer, you want to raise an event that includes the chats. Yeah, so on the timer you would do timer dot whatever, and then you should do plus equals and then whatever kind of event handler like that it's expecting, like the parameter arrangement or whatever. Parameter shape, I don't remember what they call that. Okie dokie. Okay, so anyway, so we found some stuff here. We found some stuff, right? We have a pin. We have a user. So I should be able to do some exploration now. Username is God, this guy right here. I should probably put that in a better form. 7028 is the pin that I want as a string. Oh, not ping, pin. Just a public event, event handler, list, event. You have a public event, event handler, list of user chats, on chats received. On chats received dot invoke. No. You shouldn't need to invoke it manually. Yeah, I'm not sure what the event type is. Yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't. Honestly, I don't do a lot of UI work, and that's where a lot of the event handler stuff is focused in my experience. So I'm probably not the best person to ask for that, unfortunately. The timer calls a function. So like the timer should have an event handler property on it, right? That it's like on timer end or on tick or something like that. And then you should do a plus equals and then the method you want it to call every time it ticks. You shouldn't be invoking it. Yeah, so just leave it. You shouldn't be invoking it. The timer will invoke it when it ticks. So we've got perform. All right, let's see. Perform enhance. There's enhance, synergize, perform, enhance, provide passphrase, okay, flow, okay, was that a calendar, 2061, synergize, so enhance requires a passphrase. From that we have a calendar with 6 character keys and a list of mostly corrupted usernames, it looks like. Jester, you want to raise an event every time it happens so people can subscribe to the custom event. On tick, you process the API call and parse the output. You want to raise an event so people get the data from it. What are you doing with the, like, what are you trying to do? Talk to me like I'm a product manager and not a developer. What are you trying to do? Your get API data from the chat's API and do what with it? Like, what's your use case? So if I do enhance, there's also a fourth option that I don't know what that is. Enhance, flow, synergize. I'm not sure. So enhance wants a passphrase. Incorrect passphrase. So should I just start sending these in maybe? I'm just going to try all of these. Parsing these programmatically is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Pulling all of these out of... At least they're fixed indexes on each line. Actually, you know what? I don't think that'd be hard at all. Now that I'm thinking about it, you split by pipe. And you'll get a bunch of empties. Yeah, that's not hard. Never mind. What's hard is... Oops, that one has a space on it. What's hard is seeing if... I don't even know if these are... gonna work. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying these. I don't know what they are. I don't see any pattern here between any of these. So Jorstar, you're trying to call the chat API every X milliseconds. You want to be able to push the data that comes from it to the end user of the library as if it was a chat client, kind of like an IRC. So what you might want, Jorstar, what you might want is for your constructor on your API, that you're writing, to accept a delegate that handles a response. So someone gives you the method that they want you to use with their data, and you just call that method with your data as a parameter and let the user decide how they handle your data instead of posting an event and having them subscribe to it. Have them initialize your API with a delegate instead that you will call. And you just give that delegate a hard form. You say that it has to be a void that takes an object or whatever, and you can document the form the object will take. So usernames are useful. Once you brute one, you can start building a list of known users for your next brute. Oh yeah, because these are probably a bunch of users that I don't have yet in my list. I actually gave up partway through because I was scraping them all by hand, and I was like, you know what, this list is long enough for now. Jorstar, I could use regex to pull them out. Yeah, that's true. I could just do regex and just pull all the matches. That's probably easier. That's a very good point. 9 alphanumeric, or just any group of 6 alphanumeric characters. Omit the upper A, upper Z. Yeah, because it's just lower A, lower Z, 0 to 9. Yeah. Anyway, we're not there right. I don't know what these are yet. Which one did I get down to? CID. I don't even know what these are doing. I don't even know if I'm using them correctly. I don't know if they're passphrases or anything. I'm just working through them to see if any of them are a passphrase. I'm starting to feel like they're not passphrases. So I'm going to have to do something else with these. And I don't know what that is right now. These are calendars. This is a calendar, right? That's what it looks like. Day 101, 102, 103, 104. It's like almost 2 weeks. It's not a work calendar, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, because it goes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, maybe in 2060 they had a 12-day work week. I don't know. Okay, so these are not the passphrases. Huh. And if I do perform enhance, synergize gives me a list of users. Flow gives me a calendar. Enhance. What's a passphrase? None of these are the same, so they're all different. Huh. These look like keys. They're not keys though, are they? Are they actual keys? Where's my list? This one. No. S1J? No. Q2H? No. Okay. So they're not keys. They're not key values. Oh, something else I'm remembering. While I think about this for a second, something else I have to do is remove that continuation token. When it finds the match. Joestar, you think the way you did the event works? You'll have to test it. For sure, you have to test it. Yeah. I don't do a lot of event-based messaging. Not like that. Those types of events. Let's see. Not sure where to go from here. So these are likely calendar events. Is there like the fourth option here? Am I supposed to figure out what this is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7-letter word. There's something I can do with the calendar entries. Well, that's not what I wanted to paste. Forgot to do with the API token. Can you store them in the environment or not? You could store them in the registry, though typically the registry is kind of fallen out of use. If you're not concerned about security, you could just keep it in an ini file or a config file next to your application. That's usually what I do for my hobby apps. I don't typically care about secure data storage. I had to do one hobby app that I built for a team of people back when I was playing Elite Dangerous, and it was a web app, so it had an online database, so I had to hash people's passwords and crap and store it in a SQL database that I had on Azure. But you probably don't need to do that. It's their API token, so if you write their token on their own hard drive, they're not going to care. It's their token, right? Hackmud gives you a password. Yeah. So probably what you would have to do is the first run, you'd have the user enter their password. You would go and get their token for them and save it. And if any of your API responses come back as token expired, you have to prompt the user for another password to refresh their token. I would just save it in an ini file or settings file or something like that. Flux, you said I'm on the right track and there's something that I can do with calendar entries. Did I already try this? Flow? Something that I can do with the calendar entries. Tough one to guess. Let me think. Flow. Why is it called flow? The flow of time, perhaps? If I do time, perform flow on this, perform flow over this, flow through, think of other places you've seen similar character strings. Key, key, unlock, open, release, lock, lock, entry, loc, user. Oh, there's already a user parameter, wouldn't be user. Other places I've seen similar character strings. So they look like keys, or they look like the ends of NPC usernames. sorry, hold on. It wants perform enhance, and it wants passphrase. Hold on. Perform synergize. Perform, fuck, what was the other one called? Synergize, flow. Wait, it was right here. I just did it, right? Fuck, there's a lot of attempts here. What was it? Enhance. Enhance. So, passphrase is this. But what if it is like this? No? What if it's this? No? No? No. No, and quite likely no. There's another place where I can inspect entries. I'm getting colder. You think you have an idea, Jorster? It looks like the ends of locations. It looks like the last third of random NPC names. I don't know what that's called though. Like I tried loc and location, public, like where else but keys and locks do you see a 6-character string? Yeah, like locations, NPC usernames, I don't know. Where else do I see that? Where else? Besides keys, locks, and locations. I'm super close. Super close only matters for super horseshoes and super hand grenades. What's that called? Like, it's a loc, right? Because it's sys.loc. Sysloc? Like, connection? Target? Owner? Did say place. I don't know. Place? is literally the word place. Location. Like, I already used location and loc. Room? Spot? What's another word for location? Place. Area, like room. It's like another script to interact with frequently. Name. Show. Full. Info. Pass. Password. It's another script I interact with frequently. It's a place you go to pretty often. Channel. It's a place I go very often. Hardline. Kernel. It's a place I go to very often. LAN? VLAN? Network? Office? Desk? Computer? It's a place I go to very often. Internet. Kitchen. The bathroom. The key is one I've used before somewhere else. Like today or just in general? It's something I've used before at some point. I have to go through and look at all my shit now. Did I use it in my utils? Type? Unload, memo, message? Confirm? Message? 2? Filter? That's not a place. Day? Is it like probably today? I probably used it today. Ah, I'm so close. Why would I have used it today? Used it today. Perform flow on that. Perform flow there. I want to perform flow there. At that place. At that thing. At this place. Saying that it's a key I've used before is not gonna narrow it down enough. That's fine. I don't need to narrow it down enough. I just have to figure out what it wants. It's a calendar. It's a calendar. I want to perform flow there, please. I want to perform flow there, at that place, at that spot. It's a location, it's a place. The key is a value I've used before. It's not any of the ones that I've tried already, which is a lot. It's not confirm, is it? I think I've already tried like list, info. Like it's a place. The key is a word that I've used before, and it also means place or location, and it's not target. Script, like it's a place because that's a fucking meeting, right? Like it's a fucking meeting. They're having a meeting with someone on that fucking day right there, and this is a place or some shit. Man, it's fucking pissing me off. It's a place. It's a room. You have an appointment, right? Appointment? No, I've never used that key before. Is it just the letter A? I've used that a lot. Caller? Like, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I overthink everything, Chorstar. I overthink everything. Whenever I would forget a question on a math test, back when I was taking math tests, I would always write this huge ass formula that I would like make up on my own to try to come up with an answer for something, and the teacher would always be like, it was like a 3-line answer. Where'd you come up with these like 40 lines of equations? I was like, I don't know, man, I forgot it. You're overthinking it. The 6-character string is used in a script that I use frequently. Crack. Scrape. Show. A game script. A game script that I use frequently. It's not a game script. Market? Browse? Corp? I don't use corp. Sys? System? If I were doing this at 3 in the afternoon, I'd probably have a better, I'd be having a better time with this. I'm so tired. Think of how the string is used. How do I use this string? It looks like a key to me. And I would use a key, I would use the key for nothing. Locks. Otherwise, it's a location. I was really close for a minute. Sis. I don't know. Level? Access? It's from a public script. A game script that I use frequently. A game script that I use frequently. Specs? Spec? Account? Item? Browse? Buy? I already tried info, I think. These are also market items, right? Upgrade? They're market items, right? Escrow? I don't use escrow. Test out some scripts. Yeah, I don't want any. Yeah, you've told me enough already. I don't want any answers here. I'm just stupid. So you just have to, unfortunately, you'll all just have to watch me be stupid while I try to figure this out. Fuck! God damn it. fuck's sakes. My reward is more usernames. Yeah, so like, what do I do with that now? So... Okay, let's go back to flow here. Are all of these going to be the same? Or is one of them going to have something in it? So when you said it was a place, I think that took me off target. I'm gonna be honest. That's not where my mind went. I did not think I is a place. Your brain is about as cooked as it can be. Yeah, mine too. I didn't sleep very well last night, so it's like it's the very end of my day. Places in the market. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was close for a while there. I think I forgot that's what market keys looked like. But yeah, that was, we got there. Thank you for the hints. We figured it out. I'm not I'm not at the top of my game right now. Oh, okay, there we go. That's something interesting. That looks like a byte encoded string to me. That is a byte 64 encoded string, I think. I see those all the time. What do we want? Code chef? Right? No. Is that what I was like? Code chef? Code. Was that thing that was called? Cyber Chef. Stupid that there's something called Code Chef also. So I want from base 64, please. No, from base 64. Ugh, that's not right. Did I miss a character or something? Am I not, You knew it wasn't base 64? Base 32? Am I overthinking this? Oh, it's enhance. No. Base 64 has equals in it. Oh, I suppose that's true. So what? I don't know, decode? UTF-8? No, that's not what I want. From octal? Nope. LASZ0. I suppose it could just be some encoding. Some kind of encoded string. I don't even recognize some of these. Why you would even try blowfish? I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I don't know anything about encryption. I'm not that kind of a programmer. I don't really know much about encryption, honestly. So if this is an encryption thing, I might be boned. Unless this is the... Wait, did it just give me two different fucking answers? Yeah, okay, well that's not non-deterministic output. Could be hashed. These will hash something, but I can't unhash them without the key, so... Okay. So flow gives something like this. I mean, I might as well record this somewhere here. So, flow, Jesus. No, I want this, and I want to replace it with that. Whoa, not all of them. In the selection, man. In the selection. There we go. Okay. And then you use perform flow, whatever. You do this. So, one, use perform flow. Wow, what happened to my brain there? I thought the word flow and I typed the word close. Jesus. I'm super tired. Use perform flow to get this calendar to check the entries in the calendar with I and then key, whatever, I value, I guess. Example here. until you get an answer like this. A response like this. Where'd it go? Here? Looks like B64, but it is not. Probably some type of encryption. Jesus. Sad face. Synergize gives usernames. Okay. Note. Synergize gives more usernames. Note. Non-key responses. I don't know, secret responses give more usernames. Three. I assume this results in a passphrase value that can be used with perform synergize passphrase value to get T3 lokes. Hopefully. Maybe there's another step after that. Okay. So this is the meat, right? This is the meat of our hamburger, of our tier 3 hamburger. Got to figure that out. The encryption is a tough challenge, Flux, because to your knowledge, it's a method unique to hackmud. You haven't cracked it, but you've learned a lot about encryption. So it's a custom encryption. Is this the Sean encryption I keep seeing people talking about on the Discord? So Sean went and created his own encryption. I didn't see anywhere for there to be a key, an encryption key, so I'm assuming it's a static key, right? It must be a static key. If I call this thing do I get the same value every time? Is this the same value? It appears to be the same, so it doesn't seem to be time-based key. It seems really long. Capital letters, number, capital letter, lowercase, capital letters, number, capital letter, number, symbol, 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 number, symbol. You don't need to crack the encryption yet. There's still more I can find. Is there something in Synergize I missed? Like there's not really any T3 is a stark contrast to previous tiers as information is super scarce. There's a reason it bombards you with so many usernames. So, is that presumably what I meant to do next? Interesting. ID thoughts. You know what? I'm gonna credit Flux with this. Flux, there's a reason it gives so many usernames. You're not done yet. Try to get more data from those users after getting their pins, maybe. Definitely helps to automate the process of inspecting calendar entries. It helps to automate inspecting calendar entries. Okay. Well, that won't be too hard. So I think that's what we'll do next. To do that. All right. And that will probably be it for tonight. I had a lot of trouble with that. Whew. It also doesn't help that this light that I got for the green screen is blinding me all night. It's just blinding me. It's too bright. Ugh. I've got to put another sheet of cloth over it, I think. I made my own light box, like Jorstar was suggesting. I just bought like a cheap lamp from IKEA, and then I threw a LED bulb in there and put some sheets of white cloth over it. But it's still too bright. It's giving me a friggin' headache. And my green screen is a stupid color. It's dark green. It's not bright enough. You had a hard time finding the right key for the calendar as well. It hung you up for a couple of days before you got the hint about the market. Well, thank you then for giving me those hints. And they were good hints because it didn't spoil it. It didn't spoil it. I still got the aha moment by being like, is it I? Fucking I. Are you serious? I can't believe it was I. Jorstar was right. I was absolutely overthinking it. Alright. Well, that's that. And that's exactly what we'll come back to on Saturday. So, Saturday morning we'll come back and we'll pick up right here. And we will start with automating the inspection of calendar entries so that we can just dump a whole bunch of calendar entries out and just look at them and see what's there and just scroll through them and see if we can get any hints about what we might need to get these passphrases that we need. Hey, Bokill. Fucking I know, right? Fuck. It's I? Jesus. Looking forward to Saturday morning? Awesome. I hope to see you there. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm not looking forward to getting back to Shuffler because that thing is driving me fucking crazy. But I've been too busy. So the key is tomorrow I'm gonna just relax. I'm not going to try to get anything done around the house. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to let my brain cool off. I'm going to come back Saturday morning refreshed, ready to tackle some new puzzles. So, okay, that's it for tonight. So thanks everyone for coming by and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed watching me just absolutely wring my brain out. Just totally worked myself over. That was way harder than it had to be, I think. I was definitely overthinking it, 100%. That's how you felt when you realized that one key in T1 was P. Yeah. All right. Anyway, hope to see you all there on Saturday, and yeah, we'll get this started. So thanks everyone for your help and your motivation. It's pretty fun, and yeah, I don't think it's going to be as much work as writing my own QR reader was. That was tough. That was a weeks-long project. I don't think this is going to be weeks. I hope. We'll see. All right. So I hope to see you all on Saturday, about 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's when we'll get started. I will put a link. There's my Discord if you want to get notifications. Otherwise, I will be posting a notification in the hackmud Discord when I go live. If you're watching this content later on from a VOD and you like what you see, please give me a like or subscribe or wherever you are looking at this on YouTube or Twitch. I would greatly appreciate that. Or follow. Give me follows. I had a couple new follows while I was offline. I appreciate that. It's awesome. Okay, so thanks everyone. We'll see you on Saturday. Okay, have a great night.